Over 100 justices, judges and registrars are undergoing a 4-day conference to diverse means on how best justice can be delivered to Ugandans. The 24th Annual Judges Conference was officiated by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in Kampala.
I declare the conference opened.
In his speech, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni said Uganda does not need to depend on the United Nations handout. He revealed that Uganda can move on without foreign financial support.
Because this is the problem of these other countries, the ones which are guarded by the UN, which I consider an insult, to be guarded by the UN as if we are imbeciles. I can't be guarded by the UN. UN will never come here in Uganda to guard us. It's an insult. We can defend ourselves. Money or no money. If you want to challenge me that you, Museveni, you are just talking, I can tell you that I have been leading an army for the last 50 years, from 1971. When you say for Lhasa, it was an army, it could kill you. In case you are not sure, this UPDF, you see them, they have no houses. They have not been having houses. They have been staying in these grass huts, what they call Mama Ingia Pore. So, I have been leading an army for the last 50 years, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 10, 50.
Museveni further highlighted the need for Ugandans to be patriotic and to embrace socio-economic transformation for the good of the country.
Number one, prosperity for all, through education for all, but also through production of goods and services. Number two, strategic security for Africa. And number three, these are achievable because the people we are talking about are either similar or linked. But in order to achieve this, we evolved 4 principles. Because if you produce goods and services, the question is, who buys them? If you produce and nobody buys, then you cannot proceed. So that's why we say principle number 1 is patriotism. You must love Uganda. You must know that Uganda is more important than your tribal groups.
Chief Justice Alfonso Dollo appealed for an increase in the judiciary budget for the key aspects, among others the recruitment of judicial officers and establishment of more courts to embrace service delivery.
We intend to decentralize the Inspectorate of Courts, recruitment and deployment of more judicial and non-judicial officers, and providing them with modern and adequate tools of work. We have a fast-rising population. The number of judicial officers serving the people of Uganda must accordingly also rise. Strengthening the Judicial Training Institute to offer up-to-date capacity building and refresher training to the judicial and non-judicial staff. And in all these things, Your Excellency, for us to achieve them, there must be corresponding budgetary provisions.
In response to their plea, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni said, with or without money, justice can be prevailed to Ugandans.
So it is just a question of planning, not mixing it up with the ideology. Because if the ideology is no money, no justice, then I don't agree. Because some of the countries don't have money at all. Even they are much worse off than we.
Chief Justice Alfonso Dollo assured the Ugandans more service delivery in the year 2023.
You remember we've had conversation about bail. I have issued rules and practice directions about a number of things which you'll read from this presentation, including how the courts of law can handle the issue of bail, balancing the need to keep a suspect away from the public, but also this under the greater constitutional provision that until you've been tried under proper due process and you've been found guilty, you're presumed innocent.
In attendance was the Attorney General Chiriowa Kiwanuka, who represented the Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Norbert Mao, who expressed the need to strengthen the DPP's office and the Attorney General's office respectively.
However, there are 102 courts that do not have state attorneys currently, and the backlog is piling. Let us ensure we do not lose the gains of the expanded judiciary. As a government and a ministry, we are committed to work together with the judiciary. We are committed to provide the necessary support to the judiciary deserves to enhance access to justice for all Ugandans.
The function was also graced by the Chief Justice of South Africa, Justices of South Africa and Ghana, Deputy Chief Justice, retired justices, among others. The 24th Annual Judges Conference was held under the theme, the Judiciary Transformation Agenda, Enhanced Access to Justice. Deborah Namamonde, Nantongo Rebecca, UBC News.